Hello everybody and welcome back to my wildlife garden, and I'm sorry for my voice, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. I grow pollinator-friendly flowers and try and make a habitat for wildlife. I'm going to go through some of the favourite flowers I grew this year. So first off, toadflax. This is the standard variety and Cannon Went, which is the pink variety. They're like delicate little snapdragons, and I just ordered some yellow ones to try for next summer. This is marshmallow and oxeye daisy, and they both came in a wildflower seed pack. This is a single petaled rose called Open Arms, and it smells absolutely divine and is visited by bees. Something I'll grow every year is Phacelia. It's hands down the most visited flower in my garden, I'd say. You can see the mint moth and the bee jostling there for the flower. Alliums are another flower I'll always grow. I plant them as bulbs in the autumn, and they do come back, the older ones, just not with the same vigour. This is another allium known as honey garlic with little bell-shaped flowers, which the bees also love. No wildlife garden would be complete without nasturtiums, I don't think. This red variety is called Troika. I also grow salmon gleam, this one, my favourite. And then this one is called Milkmaid. They also attract cabbage butterfly caterpillars, which is great food for the birds. This is a new one for me. It's Salvia Hot Lips, which you might have heard of. It's really popular with the bees, and its leaves have this gorgeous black currant smell, and every time I brush it I just get a waft of that. Fennel is something else that I think all gardens should have. They're just glorious and statuesque, and they give a lot of height to the garden, and the umbels are great for pollinators. This is Rose Campion, and it is supposed to be really good for pollinators. My boyfriend really wasn't a fan of this quite garish fuchsia pink, but I quite like how the colour punctuates the garden. Here I'm propagating some figs and strawberry runners. These all managed to root in soil as well, and I was really chuffed. I woke up one morning and our neighbours were cutting down their beautiful majestic fig tree that always gives ripe figs every year, and I asked the tree surgeon for some twigs, and now it will live on in my garden. I guess that's why they say the garden kind of becomes a library for all your memories, and you do get sentimentally attached to plants. Just not sure what I'm going to do with about 8 fig trees. I may have mentioned before, but this butterfly bush just came up on its own, and it always attracts red admiral butterflies. I'm just showing you some apple mint, which I let flower, and the mint moths adore it. This is a new calendula I tried called Orange Flash, I think, but I really wasn't impressed with it. I didn't see a single pollinator on it and won't get it again. This gorgeous flower is an aster called Aster Monch. It flowered for months and months, and you can see this holly blue butterfly as well. Colour is like this beautiful ultraviolet, and it really is stunning, and I can't recommend it enough. It's one of those flowers that keeps on giving right when everything is drying up at the end of summer. This was a gift off my mum, and it's called Bambino Blue. It really doesn't flower for very long, but it's pretty and it's a perennial, and it self-seeds everywhere, so again I'm attached to it. And finally I got one single flower off my dahlia called Bishop of Dover. I've been waiting for an allotment for 2.5 years, and in October we finally got the email that one had come up. It really was in quite good nick, you know, there was a lot of old wood and debris to clear and some old tarpaulin stuck underneath the weeds, but you know, there's also frogs, toads, caterpillars, so much wildlife, which was just so exciting to me. So immediately I knew that we would want to have some ponds and some water, and I bought some quarter barrels to sink into the ground. I've always known if I got an allotment, my main priority would be flowers and wildlife, so we immediately started planting in some little wildflower plugs. I'm hoping they survive. I'm hoping at least a few of them survive. There's a communal compost, and I kept finding these amazing dahlias and flowers that people had deadheaded, so I took them home and made a little bouquet out of them, which I thought was really pretty. There's quite a lot of foxgloves and mullein like this already self-seeded, and some borage, although obviously that won't last out the winter. Mostly I've just been admiring everyone else's plots, trying to understand the microclimate. I've been told that our plot is prone to flooding, so I planted a mixture of wetland flowers and normal flowers, I guess, but I'm very excited for the future.